Hey, how's it going, everyone? Just back again with another one of these in the sequence of the end times videos. Going through the book of Psalms, which is incredible. Very, very prophetic book. And so right from the beginning, Psalms 1 and 2 goes through the sequence. And so this is an amazing thing. Again, more and more confirmation that, the sequence that I received on the first day of last year is indeed the plan of the God of the Bible to implement. And so it's always a reference directly or indirectly to God's elect. And then it's a time of great tribulation. Then it's America being destroyed, which is all part of the wrath of God. And then Christ returning with his elect and his angels to destroy everybody with the mark of the beast. And again, we see that here. So Psalms 1 starts off with, talking about, God's elect. And so the way that they will be. And so Psalms 1, the way of the righteous and the wicked is the title. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seats of scoffers, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. And on his law he meditates day and night. This is God's elect. Come utter for my people. Don't be partakers of our sins. And so God's saying that as well in a different way here in the Psalms. Verse 3, he is like a tree planted by streams of water, that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. And so perish means to not exist anymore. And this is the ambition of God, to tag his left-hand side and then destroy it. And so, just know that. And so right away we get a reference to God's elect and the way that they will be, describing them. Now Psalms 2. Why do the nations rage and the peoples? This is the amazing thing about the Bible, is that, it's even amongst over the chapters, because this is all one continuous thing. And so the sequence can be found everywhere, and it's continuous from chapter to chapter sometimes. And so we have that first. And so why do the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together. This is talking about a one world government. And so how would the Bible know this? Again, here in the Psalms, and the rulers take counsel together. And so it's again prophesying a one world government. One of the many places that it does that. Against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us burst their bonds apart and cast away their cords from us. He who sits in the heavens laughs, and the Lord holds them in derision. Then he will speak to them in his wrath. So this is always the next step in the sequence. And in 1 Thessalonians 5:9, it says God's elect are not appointed unto wrath. And so his elect are not here during this. And so he's going to speak to them in his wrath. And so this following the sequence perfectly. And terrify them in his fury, saying, as for me, I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. So after wrath, you will always get a reference to the Middle East, and that is when Christ is going to return with his quote unquote holy hill, which is elect. And so that's also consistent now. I will tell of the decree. The Lord said to me, you are my son. Today I have begotten you. Ask of me, and I will make the nations your heritage, and the ends of the earth your possession. You shall break them with a rod of iron, and dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. And so this is referencing now Christ returning with his elect. And he's saying here, you shall break them with a rod of iron and dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. And that's exactly what we read earlier, where it says, but the way of the wicked will perish. And so this is to literally destroy God's left-hand side. Body and soul will be destroyed with this fire, and so implemented, like it says here, by his elect. You shall break them with a rod of iron. Now, therefore, O kings, be wise, be warned, O rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry and you perish in the way. For his wrath is quickly kindled. Blessed are all who take refuge in him. Now, it talks about Christ being the ruler, and so this is a reference to when Christ has authority and rulership on this earth, which is the kingdom of heaven. And so Psalms 1 and 2, another great example, slightly coded, but again, perfectly in line with the sequence. It's always the elect taken away. It's always wrath. It's always Christ returning with his elect to destroy. And then it's the kingdom of heaven to be established here on earth with Christ as the ruler. So hope everyone's doing well. Bye.